Hello, good evening everyone. I am Prajakta Borse Gupte, nutritionist and fitness expert, welcoming all of you to our live series. The name is नाते जोडा निरोगी आयुष्याशी प्रश्न तुमचे आणि मार्गदर्शन तज्ञांचे. We will be asking many specialists in the medical field to join us in this live series wherein you can resolve all your queries related to nutrition, related to any of the problems that you have, any health issues that you face in this lockdown. We have started this live series for the reason is you literally can't move out of your house. You may have elderlies in the house, you may have kids in the house, and they might face any health issues. And you just want to speak to the specialist in the field. Today we have our Honorable Dr. Rajdeep More, who is a gastroenterologist and is attached to Global Hospital at Parel as well as Horizon Prime Hospital at Thane. We have these renowned doctors coming to us, speaking to us, resolving all our queries. You may have some misconceptions about the issues. Gastroenterology is a big, vast topic to cover. Definitely, we may require a lot of sessions to cover all your queries. So write all your questions below the comment section, or I have already a lot of questions coming on my WhatsApp as well. I really request you to write all your questions in the comment section. If you can't attend this series right now, which is starting very soon in few seconds, wherein the doctor himself will be available with us, he will be guiding us, we will be asking many questions, and he will be resolving those problems. If your problems are chronic, he will be mentioning his contact number as well, wherein you can contact him, you can take a systematically any appointment required if at all, any test that's to be done at all, and then definitely the doctor will be available to guide you, to treat you. So before we invite Dr. Rajdeep More, I would like to tell you that gastroenterology, meaning whatever that you've been eating, how do you eat, how much quantity that you eat is most important. If you have acidity, just don't pop in any pill. Antacids can be really, really hazardous. Make sure that you are understanding what is the root cause of your problem, and then you speak to the expert in the field. If you are eating too much of spicy food, if you're having very sedentary lifestyle, and if you're having a lot of junk, that is going to definitely cause a problem. So just popping an antacid or taking any anti-inflammatory is not going to reduce the pain. It is just going to subside it very temporarily, but definitely it is going to erupt again, and the problem may worsen day by day. Make sure that you talking to a specialist. Make sure that you performing good amount of exercises daily, even in the lockdown. Do some good yoga. Do a lot of meditation, because stress can be a major factor that can affect your gastrointestinal organs, liver, pancreas, gallbladder. It could be any problems, even colon cancer. We will be speaking today to the doctor. Definitely Dr. Rajdeep More is going to be along with us. Hi doctor, I hope you are live. Please send me a thumbs up if I am audible enough, if I am visible, so that we can have maximum number of questions coming and I can reach all of you in this given time, and then we can sort all your queries. चला लवकरच आपण डॉक्टरांना बोलवूया. Let's invite Dr. Rajdeep More. Doctor will be with us very soon in few seconds. Doctor, you are getting connected. Hello, doctor. Good. How are you doing?
Hi, Prajakta.
Let's take a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, doctor. Just a small request. If you can just check your connections. If there is no other mobile around, because sometimes other devices can, can be little disturbing.
Yeah, let me just check on that.
Yes. Viewers, I hope all of you are here.
Okay, can you hear me now?
You have any questions, please to write in the comment section. Yes, doctor, we can hear you, but there is a little of disturbance.
Yeah.
It could be a connection problem. I completely agree.
Yeah, possible.
Doctor, is there any headphone or earphone? Are you connected to?
No, I'm not connected. Let me just, I'll leave the broadcast and I'll join again.
Sure, sure. Doctor will be with us very soon. All my friends, relatives, all my viewers, followers, doctors, all of them I can see they are right now attending the live session. आपण खूप छान डिस्कस करणार आहोत, खूप छान सिम्प्लिफाईड लँग्वेजमध्ये, खूप जास्त टेक्निकॅलिटी ॲड न करता मला डॉक्टरांशी छान गप्पा मारता येणार आहेत आणि तुमचे जे काही प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत ते सॉल्व्ह करता येणार आहेत. जे काही तुमचे पोटाचे विकार आहेत किंवा काही जणांना लिव्हरचे प्रॉब्लेम्स असतील, काही जणांना पोटाचे प्रॉब्लेम्स असतील, अपचन, बद्धकोष्ठ, काही इश्यूज असतील, डेफिनेटली तुमचे सगळे हे प्रॉब्लेम्स आजच्या या सेशनमध्ये आपण कव्हर करण्याचा प्रयत्न करणार आहोत. मी डॉक्टरांना परत ट्राय करते कनेक्ट करण्याचा. आय नो थोडं वीकेंड असल्यामुळे डेफिनेटली थोडं लोड असतं इंटरनेटवरती, सो आय अंडरस्टँड दे कुड बी सम नेटवर्क इश्यूज, बट प्लीज बी देअर. Yes, doctor is getting connected again. Thank you so much, doctor. I think now we can hear you. I think we can see you much better. And very well welcome, doctor. And thank you so much, because I know that you have a very busy schedule, and from that you have given us your precious time. So for all the viewers, on their behalf, I welcome you and I thank you. Before we start questions.
Yeah,
Doctor,
thank you first of all for hosting me on this FB Live. So let's start here.
My pleasure, doctor. My pleasure. Doctor, we'll directly start with the questions. We already have few questions flowing, but we will take care of this question at the end of the series. First, I would like to hear from you a lot of guidelines which viewers need to know. My first question comes to you is, I think when I also attend my patients, many a time, no matter they want to lose fat, no matter they have any thyroid problems or PCOD, what comes as they either have a constipation or a bloating or acidity, and which is chronic, and it is completely neglected. So what do you think are the problems? What is the reason behind this problem? It could be stress, or it could be, I think, and unfortunately, I've been hearing this problem quite often in this lockdown period. Maybe because they are at home and their sedentary lifestyle has, I think, aggravated. I would say we already have a sedentary lifestyle or really bad eating habits. Doctor, please enlighten us about it. What could be this problem? What is the reason behind this problem, and why this problem should be taken care of? What could be the repercussions if you are going to neglect it?
So, as you know, that acidity is one of the most common problems that most patients, even with other diseases, have. So, as gastroenterologist, that is the most common problem जो आम्ही OPD बघतो आमच्या, and especially in this lockdown, this problem has even aggravated, like you said, because of stress. So, and you know, the symptoms of acidity are typical, very typical. Almost all the laymen also know about it. की पोटाच्या वरच्या भागात जळजळ होते, चेस्ट पेन होतो, किंवा चेस्ट मध्ये जळजळ होते, आम्लपित्त, अँड पोट फुगल्यासारखं वाटतं आफ्टर यू ईट एनिथिंग. You have bloating, all these symptoms are there. So the main stressor, as you said, is stress. As in this lockdown, you have a lot of stress. You have professional stress also. You have this stress that when is everything going to open up? So obviously it has worsened. But there are also other factors which are at play on this concept of acidity. This normally the acid in the stomach is required for digestion of food. But काही लोकांमध्ये ते एक्सेस प्रोडक्शन होतं, ज्याच्यामुळे It is harmful to the stomach and the food pipe. त्याच्यावरती रेडनेस येतो, त्याच्यावरती सूज येते आणि मग हे सिम्पटम्स सगळे चालू होतात. So the commonest factors which lead to all this are very bad sleeping habits, bad eating habits, and irregular meal timings. Just like your biological clock or your circadian rhythm that you have, even your body, even your digestive system has a biological clock. If you sleep too late and get up too late, even though you're taking your 8 hours sleep, तरी पण तुम्हाला ऍसिडिटीचा त्रास होऊ शकतो. तुमचे मील टायमिंग जर फार इरेग्युलर असले तर ऍसिडिटीचा त्रास होऊ शकतो. If you are not eating the right things, I'll come to the diet that needs to be followed to get rid of this acidity. But apart from that, if you are too much into smoking, alcohol, excessive tea, coffee consumption, all this further aggravates your acidity. And nowadays, like you said in your introduction, that a lot of people go over the counter and take medicines. So painkillers and antibiotics, these are the most common medicines which cause a lot of acidity. And most of the time, it is always over-the-counter things where patient is taking painkillers on and off intermittently, and before you know, he has खूप acidity झालेली असते, खूप त्रास होतो. So it's a multifactorial thing. You cannot just pinpoint one stress factor, but multiple factors which are at play. त्याच्यामुळे ट्रीटमेंट अँड प्रिव्हेन्शन जे करायचं असतं ऍसिडिटी मध्ये ते थोडंसं इट इज अ बिट मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड दॅन व्हॉट वी थिंक. पण काही सिम्पल मेजर्स आहे विच आय वुड लाईक टू हायलाइट हिअर that you should follow when you're dealing with acidity or when you want to treat someone who has episodes of acidity. First of all, your meal timings have to be very regular. I personally advise my patients at least 4 to 5 meals a day instead of having gaps with 3 meals, long gaps with 3 meals. Especially the nighttime meal, the dinner and the sleep, the time duration at least should be about 2 to 3 hours a gap पाहिजे रात्रीच्या जेवणात आणि झोपेत, because that is the time when patients have a lot of reflux, फार आंबट पाणी असतं तोंडात, त्याच्यामुळे फार त्रास होतो, and then the sleep is also disturbed. So night time dinner timing is very essential. At 7:30 to 8 च्या मध्ये dinner is always advisable. Then you sleep, then you keep walking around and don't sit or don't lie down. Keep walking around and maybe at 11:30 you can go off to sleep. Next, things that needs to be avoided to prevent this acidity. So apart from the things that I've already mentioned, like smoking, alcohol, you also have to cut down on a tea, coffee intake by at least 50 to 60% than what you're taking. A lot of people take at least 3-4 cups. I mean, even doctors are not, doctors are guilty of that. 3-4 cups of coffee a day, 3 to 4 cups of tea a day. So you have to cut it down by at least 50%, 50 to 60% actually. Apart from that, even chocolates, excessive consumption of chocolates, citrus fruits, then beverages like soft drinks, energy drinks, all these have a tendency to increase the acidity. So all these should be avoided, absolutely. And it goes without saying की जे तेलकट, तुपकट जेवण आहे, तिखट जेवण आहे, ते completely avoid करायला हवं. एक तुम्हाला acidityचा attack किंवा acidityचा त्रास झाला तर. So these are the common things that you should follow. And nowadays, most important is the exercise component which you said. आता लोकांना बाहेर जाता येत नाही लॉकडाऊनमुळे, they are not able to take their long walks, do their exercise. तर मग घरात you can do your exercise at least 30 to 45 minutes. Moderate exercise करावी प्रत्येकाने, whether it's jogging, skipping, doing stationary bike असेल घरात, you can do your stationary biking. Then you can always go for yoga. That itself is a very good aid in digestion. So these are all things that you should follow in this. And apart from this is just the one part that you have to do. Apart from this, it's always to consult a doctor. Do not self-medicate. That is always my advice. Do not self-medicate. Do not just take a pan or do not just take a medicine, because that is not going to solve your problem. Always consult a doctor and then go ahead with his advice and regular follow.
Correct. Doctor, very informative this particular topic is, and I'm sure I'm already getting messages that doctor is really going very meaningful. It's must to attend. Doctor, I definitely want to highlight what points that you have mentioned. खूप जास्त रात्री जागायचं नाहीये, खूप जागरण करून किंवा खूप उशिरा जेवून हे प्रॉब्लेम्स वर्सन होऊ शकतात. त्याचप्रमाणे जेवल्यानंतर इमिडिएटली at least 2 to 3 hours gap. That's very important. आणि खूप जास्त टी आणि कॉफी कन्झम्पशन आता सगळेजण वर्क फ्रॉम होम करतात. घरी आपल्या
Right.
घरकाम करणाऱ्या बायका आता येत नसल्यामुळे डेफिनेटली वर्कलोड हे घरातलं खूप वाढलंय आणि
Absolutely.
चमचमीत पदार्थ केले जात आहेत आणि त्याचप्रमाणे बसल्या बसल्या आता तरी काहीतरी डोक्याला चालना पाहिजे. सो ऍज अ मेंटल
Absolutely.
बूस्टर म्हणून खूप जास्त टी कॉफी इज गोइंग टू बी व्हेरी व्हेरी हजार्डस, राईट डॉक्टर?
Yeah, so actually even in this lockdown, बऱ्याच वेळेस आता जसं जसं हळूहळू things open up होत आहेत, restaurants open up होत आहेत. Again, the tendency is to go back to eating a lot of junk food, just ordering something out. So that has to be curbed. You know, that can again aggravate your symptoms to a great extent. And
Correct.
त्याच्यामुळे you have to keep a watch on your diet and your exercise. These are the two main things which are in your hand. You know, what the doctor has to prescribe, what are the medications, that is another part. But at least whatever जे तुम्हाला घरी बसल्या बसल्या करता येते ते जर तुम्ही you can follow, then at least 50 to 60% of your symptoms will relieve themselves.
Yes, definitely. Doctor, if we will not take care of it, I've been hearing this from lot many people that they have dental issues or there is a yellow lining which is formed even on the on your teeth.
Right.
That also a repercussion. A lot of people do not understand
Right.
that it's because of the
Right.
acidity also.
Right.
Right?
So, yeah. So there are a lot of what we call as extra digestive manifestations or extra intestinal, म्हणजे digestive tract च्या बाहेरच्या manifestations of this acidity or acid peptic disease, what we medically call. So commonly in that is frequent sore throat. Okay, because of the reflux, the person usually presents only with sore throat, does not have any pain in abdomen, there is no discomfort, but only sore throat, recurrent, repeated sore throat. That itself can be a symptom of reflux. Like you said, erosions can be a part of the acid reflux, especially at night time where the patient doesn't realize it that much. That is there. There are also a few alarm symptoms जे आपण म्हणतो धोक्याचे संकेत आहेत ते पण लक्षात ठेवणं फार गरजेचे आहे बिकॉज in that case you cannot delay at home, you cannot delay your visit to the doctor, you cannot delay your getting it treated. ते आहेत म्हणजे तुमची रक्त येणे, रक्ताची उलटी होणे, ओके, डिफिकल्टी इन स्वॉलोइंग, अजिबातच घास गिळता येत नाहीये, पाणी पण गिळता येत नाही किंवा एकदम फार कमी वेळात खूप वेट लॉस झालाय. So if these kind of symptoms occur along with your acidity symptoms, it is always advisable you go to the doctor, you get a consultation. Do not try to self-treat at home, as I said. So hey, alarm symptoms फार महत्वाचे. Everyone who's watching this, at least the alarm symptoms you should know. की हे आले की you have to consult, because in that case you require what is known as an endoscopy. So endoscopy is the दुर्बिणीची तपासणी. So it is like a flexible pipe with a camera and a durbin at the end of it. आणि आम्ही मोठ्या स्क्रीनवर बघतो की वन्स ते अन्ननलिकेच्या खाली ट्यूब जाते जठरापर्यंत आणि छोटी आतडीपर्यंत. त्याच्यात आम्हाला सगळं दिसतं. जर इज अल्सर, पेप्टिक अल्सर आहे, ऍसिडिटीमुळे अल्सर झाले किंवा दुसरं काही कारण आहे जे लगेच तिथे ट्रीट करता येतं. त्याच्यामुळे हे इग्नोर करणं चालत नाही.
करेक्ट. आय थिंक हे सगळे जे प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत ते वर्सन होण्याच्या आधीच किंवा त्याचे सिम्पटम्स इतके वाईट दिसण्याच्या आधीच तुम्ही डेफिनेटली डॉक्टरांना कन्सल्ट करा. डॉक्टर तुम्ही इथे नमूद करू शकता, सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू, तुम्ही प्लीज तुमचे कॉन्टॅक्ट नंबर इथे कॉमेंट सेक्शन मध्ये लिहू शकला तर खूप बरं होईल. त्यामुळे लोकांना तुमची अपॉइंटमेंट घेता येईल, त्यांना सविस्तर त्यांचे जे पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत, कारण आता डॉक्टर म्हणाल्याप्रमाणे व्यक्ती तितक्या प्रकृती, त्यामुळे खूप प्रॉब्लेम्स वेगळे असू शकतात. एव्हरी इंडिव्हिज्युअल इज व्हेरी व्हेरी युनिक अँड डिफरंट, सो द प्रॉब्लेम्स विल डिफर. सो यू नीड टू कॉन्टॅक्ट डॉक्टर इफ यू हॅव एनी स्पेसिफिक प्रॉब्लेम अँड देन ही कॅन गाईड यू अकॉर्डिंगली. येस डॉक्टर. ऑलराईट. सो थँक्यू सो मच डॉक्टर. डॉक्टरांनी आपला नंबर नमूद केलेला आहे. नंबर आहे 8369666134. सो तुम्ही डेफिनेटली डॉक्टरांना ह्याच्यावरती कन्सल्ट करू शकत आहात. डॉक्टर, पेप्टिक अल्सर बद्दल तुम्ही आता म्हणत होतात आणि हे पेप्टिक अल्सर मध्ये तुम्ही ऑफकोर्स आपल्याकडे जेव्हा पेशंट येत असतात आमच्याकडे सुद्धा आहार आता ह्यामध्ये काय घ्यावा त्याप्रमाणे आम्ही त्यांना सांगत असतो की खूप जास्त एक्स्ट्रीम फूड म्हणजे खूप हॉट किंवा खूप कोल्ड फूड खाऊ नका किंवा खूप स्पायसी जळजळीत जे काही पदार्थ आहेत ते खाऊ नका खूप क्रंची किंवा खूप हार्ड टू च्यू असे पदार्थही खाऊ नका जरा नरम आणि हलका आहार घ्या तुम्ही प्लीज त्याच्या बाबतीत लोकांना गाईड करा.
Right. Just as I mentioned, the foods to be avoided, rightly you said, ki hot, extremely cold, avoid करणं गरजेचं आहे. Then again, oily, spicy, आणि जास्ती तुपकट जेवण, which is very heavy, that should be avoided. आणि ऍक्टिव्ह अल्सर असतात त्यावेळेस बरेच लोक रेकमेंड करतात की मिल्क घ्यावं, कोल्ड मिल्क घ्यायचं. So maybe, for one day it is fine that you take cool milk or something. But जर तुम्ही हे कंटिन्यू केलं, if you take milk for long time with an ulcer, then you can have rebound hyperacidity again. So that is something that you have to be very cautious about. बाकी when you have an already formed ulcer असेल तर त्यावेळेस जेवढे लिक्विड घेता येतील तेवढे चांगले आहेत, बिकॉज आमचे मेडिकेशन्स पण चालू असतात. इन अल्सर कॅनॉट बी ओनली ट्रीटेड विथ कन्झर्वेटिव्ह मॅनेजमेंट, त्याच्यासाठी मेडिकेशनची ट्रीटमेंट लागते. Apart from that, initially you start with your liquid diet, soups, not very hot, not very cold. Then you move on to soft diet, khichdi, rice-based diet. Once you're able to tolerate that, then we move on to more solid kind of a diet. That depends from person to person. We analyze every day, and then that's how we treat it.
Correct, correct. Thank you so much, doctor. I think that was very, very informative. Doctor, मला तुम्हाला दुसरा प्रश्न हा असा विचारायचा की स्ट्रेस हा सुद्धा हा फॅक्टर हा ऍसिडिटीसाठी असू शकतो का? आणि आपल्याला कधी कधी स्ट्रेस हा उमजत नाही. Lot many times we don't understand that it's because of the stress. And people just tend to kind of take antacid for that as well. And stress is going to rise nowadays because you know that the life is very competitive today. सो तुम्ही त्याच्या मॅनेजमेंटसाठी सुद्धा जोर देता का ट्रीटमेंट करत असताना?
So stress related symptoms, now there's a new entity called as irritable bowel syndrome. Okay, I think बऱ्याच लोकांनी ऐकलेली असेल हे IBS. It is called as IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. So it is almost self-explanatory. Your bowel is very irritable. There is a hypersensitivity. Whatever you eat or whenever gas passes or food passes to your intestine, immediately तुम्हाला bloating, epigastric fullness किंवा pain होतो, because and you feel like going to motions immediately after you have eaten your food. So हे सगळे features आहेत IBS मध्ये. Sometimes constipation is predominant IBS मध्ये. Sometimes diarrhea is predominant. So there are various variants because of IBS. But the most common precipitating factor in IBS is psychosocial anxiety, depression, or any kind of stress, which increases this hypersensitivity of the bowel. We cannot label a person as IBS until we have completely evaluated the patient. We have done the endoscopy, we have done the colonoscopy. आपण रूल आउट केलंय की पेशंटला काही अल्सर नाहीये, दुसरे काही आजार नाहीये आतमध्ये जो ऍक्च्युअली ट्रीट करू शकतो. Only after that we can label a person as IBS and not before that. कारण का त्याची medication treatment of IBS is not just gastrointestinal treatment, but you have to treat the entire personality of the patient, what stress factors are, we need to address those well. Otherwise, symptoms will reoccur once the stressor factor reoccurs.
Correct. सो मित्रांनो, प्रेक्षकांनो, खूप लक्षात ठेवा की स्ट्रेस कमी करण्यासाठी योगासनं आणि तुमचं जे मेडिटेशन असेल ते डेफिनेटली करा, कारण स्ट्रेस कॅन लीड टू इव्हन अल्सर, स्ट्रेस कॅन लीड टू इव्हन इरिटेबल बावल सिंड्रोम. म्हणजे कधीतरी कॉन्स्टिपेशन, कधीतरी लूज मोशन्स, आणि मग तुम्हालाच कळत नसतं की इतके चेंजेस का होत आहेत आणि तुम्ही तर निग्लेक्ट करत जाता कारण मेन रिझनच तुम्हाला कळत नसतं. सो यू मे बी इटिंग व्हेरी राईट फूड, बट इफ यू आर टेकिंग लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रेस, sir, I think doctor very rightly said, if looking at your personality, whether you have a stress-taking behavioral pattern, also if you have a very erratic food schedule, so everything is correlated. It's a holistic approach. That's very important when it comes to gastroenterology. Doctor, we have lot many questions to cover, and even patients are asking here. मला सांगा, तिसरा question माझा हा आहे की liver आपला कसं function करत असतं? What is the function of the liver? And what could be the problems if it's not functioning well? What is an alcoholic or non-alcoholic cirrhosis?
Right. So liver is one of the most important organs in the body. जे आपला पाचन संस्था जी असते त्याच्यातला यू कॅन सी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट ऑर्गन ऑन विच बाकीचे ऑर्गन्स पण डिपेंडेंट असतात. सो ॲज यू सेड द फंक्शन्स ऑफ द लिव्हर, the most important function of the liver is की जे बॉडीला लागणारे प्रोटीन्स आहेत, अल्बुमिन आहे किंवा थायरॉइडला ब्लड मधनं पोहोचवण्याचे प्रोटीन्स आहेत, असे बरेचसे जे प्रोटीन्स बनतात ते लिव्हर मध्येच बनतात. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दॅट आपण जे पण अन्न खातो किंवा व्हॉट एव्हर मेडिसिन्स आपण खातो त्यांच्यावर प्रक्रिया करण्याचं काम सुद्धा लिव्हरच करते. वन्स त्या सबस्टिट्यूटवर प्रक्रिया झाली देन इट कॅन बी डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड टू द रेस्ट ऑफ द बॉडी थ्रू द ब्लड, बट ही प्रक्रिया लिव्हरच्याच मध्ये होते. सो ते एक इम्पॉर्टंट गोष्ट आहे लिव्हरची. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दॅट मग बरेच रक्ताची गुठळी करायसाठी जे फॅक्टर्स लागतात सो दॅट खूप ब्लिडिंग नाही होते ट्रॉमामुळे वगैरे, ते पण लिव्हर मध्येच बनतात. सो यू कॅन सी दॅट लिव्हर हॅज लाईक क्लॉटिंग फॅक्टर्स जे आपण म्हणतो. सो लिव्हर हॅज लॉट ऑफ फंक्शन्स. सो एनी change in this homeostasis or change in the balance of function of liver can affect any of the functions and त्याच्यामुळे दुसऱ्या organs वर effect होऊ शकतो. So you asked me about fatty liver or cirrhosis. So the most common cause in India is alcoholic liver disease, and the upcoming cause, which is now getting even more common, and maybe it will surpass alcoholic liver disease also, is the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease or non-alcoholic cirrhosis, which is caused by an overweight state, obesity associated with diabetes, or what we call as metabolic syndrome. So obesity and overweight cause an almost equal damage. Overweight state cause an almost equal damage to the liver that alcohol used to cause and alcohol does cause. So when the fat accumulates, जेव्हा fatty liver मध्ये जेव्हा fat liver मध्ये जातं, हे सगळे जे फंक्शन्स आहेत लिव्हरचे ते अफेक्ट होण्याचे चान्सेस आहेत once it progresses to cirrhosis. So that is why it is important that you watch your diet, watch your exercise, keep your weight in check, have a regular follow-up, avoid all these alcohol, smoking. So all these things have to be kept in check, because once you go down that hill of cirrhosis, it is almost irreversible in majority of the cases. And you end up requiring a lot of other investigations and treatment. त्याच्यामुळे फार प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह मेडिसिन एज फार एज लिव्हर मध्ये जे आहे ते फार इम्पॉर्टंट आहे.
Definitely. I think liver is an organ that it takes lot of load, because lot of people feel that if they have an acidity and they take antacid, and then definitely for its metabolism it has to go through the liver, and also can lead a problem to the liver. So you're sorting your problem with the acidity and it can affect the liver.
Right.
So it's a lot of interviews, right, doctor?
Yeah. So lot of drugs, almost all the drugs that we take as medicine, most of them, at least 80 to 90%, almost all of them get metabolized in the liver and then they are thrown out of the body due to various reactions which take place. So anytime you consume any particular medicine in high quantities in a short period of time, or in small quantities in a long period of time, both of these things can affect the liver. आणि लिव्हरची जी प्रक्रिया करायची कॅपॅसिटी आहे किंवा मेटाबोलाइज करायची कॅपॅसिटी आहे, that can get overwhelmed. Then you can have further complications like liver failure and all. So you have to be very careful with what medicines you take over the counter.
Correct. And I think fatty liver is very common. It's really very common. With, as you correctly said, the obesity, when people are not taking care of good diet, and it can definitely load. If you are having too much of non-veg, definitely it is high biological value. So we suggest them in the diet, but I think everything has to be there in the right quantity, so that it will not load on any organs. Rather, we also suggest in many of our meditation sessions that you need to start thanking these organs, because you need to be humble, you need to be, I think, respecting your own system, so that which will not put a lot of load on your system. Doctor, the next vital organ that we have is pancreas, and it's an exocrine as well as endocrine gland. And what is pancreas actually?
Yeah. So, like you said, pancreas is also another very important. It's like an enigma, because the way it reacts to any injury or trauma is completely different in some people than it is in others. It's very unpredictable. Meanwhile, the main function, the pancreas or स्वादुपिंड जे आपण मराठीत बोलतो, त्याचं मेन फंक्शन आहे की जे पॅनक्रियाटिक ज्यूस जे आहे, that gets emptied in the small intestine. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाईन मध्ये जे फूड येतं आपलं, त्याला डायजेस्ट करायसाठी pancreatic juice लागतो, whether it's fats, proteins or carbohydrates. So
Correct.
whenever there is some inflammation किंवा काही सूज आली पॅन्क्रियाजवर किंवा काही ट्रॉमा झाला पॅन्क्रियाजला, तर there is an alteration in this process of pancreas by which it produces the juices and helps in digestion. त्या प्रोसेसमध्ये alterations येतात and eventually the person has a lot of abdominal pain. He's not able to tolerate any kinds of food because that food is not getting digested. That pain further worsens, अजून worse होतो pain तो. And I mean, pancreatitis itself is, it can present with various ways. Mild pancreatitis sometimes recovers in 5 days, and if severe zala pancreatitis, it can go on, hospital admission can go on till about 4 to 6 weeks. So you have to be, and again, the most common cause in India is alcohol on pancreas. It destroys the cells in the pancreas with its toxicity. Then the other cause is gallstones, जे आपले पित्ताशयाचे खडे असतात, ते सुद्धा खाली येऊन पॅन्क्रियाजला इरिटेट करू शकतात. त्याच्यानी पण पॅन्क्रियाजवर त्रास होऊ शकतो. बाकी कॅल्शियम लेवल.
पित्ताशयाचे खडे होण्याचं कारण काय आहे डॉक्टर?
सो पित्ताशय बेसिकली पित्ताशयाची थैली जी म्हणतो, जे गॉल ब्लॅडर आपण म्हणतो, दॅट इज इन असोसिएशन विथ द लिव्हर. त्याचं मेन काम आहे टू प्रोड्यूस अ पित्तरस. ठीक आहे, पित्तरस और व्हॉट वी कॉल इन इंग्लिश ॲज बाइल. So that also aids in digestion of mainly the fats. Okay, fat digestion साठी खूप important है bile. So if the bile is not flowing from the gallbladder किंवा पित्ताशयाच्या थैलीमधनं ते bile व्यवस्थित फ्लो होत नाहीये, स्टॅग्नेट झाले जर गॉलब्लॅडर मध्ये, तिथेच ते क्रिस्टलाइज होतात आणि मग त्याच्यात गॉलस्टोन्स फॉर्म होतात. मग तेच गॉलस्टोन्स गॉलब्लॅडरला इरिटेट करतात, जखम करतात गॉलब्लॅडरवर. That causes what we call as gallbladder. In medical terms, it is called as cholecystitis. त्याच्यात खूप severe pain होतो, fever येतो, infection होतो. Sometimes jaundice can also take place, and sometimes patient can land up with severe emergency in that case. So that is also another important part in gastroenterology, the gallstone formations. So all these stones जे म्हणतो आपण, they are different from kidney stones. So kidney मध्ये oxalate and various other chemicals are there in the kidney stones, whereas किंवा डाएट मध्ये जे कोलेस्ट्रॉल असतं, तो डाएट मध्ये कोलेस्ट्रॉल असतं, त्याचे स्टोन्स असतात. So all patients who have a tendency to eat high fat diet have a tendency of forming gallbladder formation.
करेक्ट. सो गॉलस्टोन हे आपल्या किडनी स्टोन्स पेक्षा खूप वेगळे आहेत मित्रांनो. तुम्ही त्याची प्लीज गफलत करू नका. व्हॉट यू नीड टू डू इज यू नीड टू कॉन्टॅक्ट डॉक्टर. यू नीड टू कॉन्टॅक्ट युअर एक्सपर्ट from the medical field, and hats off to all these medical professionals because they are all working day and night in this today's pandemic, and they are sorting all your individual problems. And since we can't go out, we have asked doctors to come and speak about their specific field so that you can sort all your queries, resolve most of your solutions by contacting doctor. Doctor, we need to know next is definitely we spoke about gallstones. Now you tell me what would be conservative management? We tell people that you need to take care of your diet as well in this.
Yeah.
Can you please speak about that?
Yeah, so gallstones mainly conservative. Before coming to the conservative management, at least you should know कि gallstones कुठे common जास्ती होतात. Like I said, it is common in people with a high fatty diet. It is seen in usually earlier it was said पहिले असं मानलं जायचं की females in the age group of 40 are more predisposed to gallstones, but now we've seen almost equal incidence in males also. And the other factors which predispose to gallstones are like pregnancy मध्ये we have seen की gallstones प्रमाण खूप जास्ती वाढतं. सडनली जर वेट लॉस केला खूप जास्ती रॅपिड वेट लॉस, त्यांच्यात पण गॉलस्टोन्स बरेच होतात. मग आपले नेहमीचे अँटीबायोटिक्स आपण घेतो, त्याच्यात सुद्धा गॉल ब्लॅडर मध्ये स्टोन्स व्हायची शक्यता आहे. त्याचं लॉंग टर्म युजेज रेग्युलर अँटीबायोटिक्स आहेत किंवा वेगवेगळे ड्रग्ज आहेत त्याच्यानी होतं. अँड ऑल्सो अंडरलाईंग डिझिजेस जे पेशंटला असतील लाईक डायबिटीज, थायरॉइड डिझिजेस, दे कॅन ऑल्सो अफेक्ट द गॉल ब्लॅडर कॉन्ट्रॅक्टिलिटी आणि फर्दर गॉल ब्लॅडर स्टोन्स व्हायची शक्यता असते. So there is no wonder drug or anything that can prevent the formation of gallstones. You just have to have your diet and exercise well, There are some drugs which have been tried to dissolve the gallbladder stone and work in dissolving the gallbladder stone, but not much uh, have not been used for any prophylaxis as such. Prevention is only in the form of avoiding of high fat diet, avoid saturated fats, maybe polyunsaturated fats are better, omega-3 fatty acids are better. All those things are the basic precautions you can take and avoid trans fats.
Correct. Correct. Doctor, it was very valuable information. Viewers, please understand that your diet is going to be very, very important, though you're taking any medicines. And if everything works with a holistic approach, you cannot just follow diet and be negligent about going to the professional and not taking any treatment towards it if the problem is already worsened or if it's chronic. So first and most you have to understand की आपले सगळे हे जे डायजेस्टिव्ह आपले ऑर्गन्स आहेत यकृत असेल स्वादुपिंड असेल जठर असेल हे सगळे इंटरकनेक्टेड आहेत आणि आपली सगळी जी सिस्टीम आहे ती एकत्र वर्क करत असते त्यामुळे ह्याची शृंखला एक आहे एक बिघडलं एकाचं काम बिघडलं की दुसऱ्याचं काम सुद्धा बिघडण्याची शक्यता असते इनफॅक्ट डॉक्टर यू नो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल who face problems like dengue or malaria. Even in that case, I think the all the statistics, whatever the hepatology or the all the liver, whatever those let's say serum bilirubin or serum albumin, all those factors also get disturbed. So what you want to speak about it? What about because these are very common, like let's say malaria, dengue, any kind of a fever, or even for that matter indigestion. So what you want to speak about that?
Yeah, so gastrointestinal tract is not a separate part. It is part of the body. So whatever diseases you have, like malaria or dengue, they affect many organs of the body. Dengue can affect the heart. It can affect the gallbladder. It causes gallbladder sludge જેમાં happen. So malaria again, it affects the liver to a great extent. It can affect the brain. So all the organs of the body, especially in viral diseases, can be affected as well as in protozoal ones. So the main thing in these, especially in these diseases where it is a multi-system affection, it is important to have what we call is a conservative management. The fluid status of the patient is very important. कि fluids are in the body. It's not over. It is not under the root cause. And like in malaria, we have specific drugs to treat malaria. But in dengue, we do not have any specific drug which treats dengue. We have to manage the fluid status of the patient, manage the platelets of the patient, depending on whether it's very severe or normal or less severe dengue. So all these factors have to be factored in, and you cannot just treat one patient with the same treatment as the other. Every patient treatment differs, especially in such complicated cases. Yeah.
Correct. Doctor, we have most important question now. Why colon cancer is so common nowadays, and what could be the reason for that? Like cancer is, I think, is a vast topic to speak about. But what could be the management and how you would guide these patients?
See, colon cancer primarily is a disease of the West, the Western population, as we say. But now the lifestyle that we follow in India is almost similar to that in the West. Similarly, the foods and the kind of foods that we eat have gone a sea change over the last few years. It is more of low residue diet.
Doctor, what kind of foods are you talking about?
I'm coming to that. Yeah, coming to that. So it is more of what predisposes to colon cancer is a low residue, low fiber diet, high fat diet, red meat, consumption of a lot of red meat. Heterocyclic amines are produced. The colonic bacteria are there which break them down and produce toxic chemicals which further damage the colon. So all these saturated fats which are present in burgers and pizzas and pastas, they are extremely bad for health because they are the ones which are metabolized by the colonic bacteria into toxic substances. आणि त्याच्यानंतर ते colon carcinogenesis ची process start होते. ती continue झाली की मग it can go into full blown colon cancer.
Correct.
So this is how the transition has taken place from the West to what is going on in India. The other reason why we are picking up, why we are seeing so much colon cancer is better diagnostic techniques. We are doing more colonoscopies at this point of time than we were doing maybe say about 10, 15, 20 years ago. In the West, it is a common practice. It's a common practice like anybody with a family history of colon cancer, you have to undergo a colonoscopy at around age of 50 years. Irrespective of तुम्हाला symptoms आहेत का नाही, for screening you have to get it done. So now even in the many urban places in India, that practice is being followed, because of which we have a high pickup rate, and that is a good trend that we at least being referred and being picked up at an early stage where we can actually make a difference rather than put late stage की जिथे much of the treatment will not work. So that is an important change, but that is one of the reasons why it has been picked up even more. मग बाकीचे अजून ऍडिटिव्ह फॅक्टर्स आहेत लाईक सिगरेट स्मोकिंग आहेत, एन्व्हायरमेंटल कार्सिनोजेन्स आहेत. All these also contribute to colon cancer being seen. So I won't say the symptoms, but if you have any symptoms like sudden weight loss or blood in your motions, it does not necessarily mean you have cancer, but you should always be evaluated by a doctor and ideally do a colonoscopy. जशी आपण बोललो की दुर्बिणीची तपासणीवर पोटाची, जठराची आणि छोट्या हातीची करतो, तशीच मोठ्या आतड्यांची तपासणी, कोलॉनची तपासणी आपण colonoscopy करतो. त्याच्यात आपले अजून वेगळे टेक्निक आहे ज्याच्याने आपण पिकअप करू शकतो ऍट अ व्हेरी अर्ली स्टेज की पॉलिप आहे का, कॅन्सर आहे का काय. सो एनी ऑफ दीज अलार्म सिम्पटम्स अगेन व्हॉट वी टॉक, धोक्याचे संकेत जे आहेत ते आपण बघू, मग पुढचं we go ahead with the treatment accordingly.
Correct. I think cancer is a vast topic to speak about, as I already mentioned.
Absolutely. It is a very vast topic. Yeah. So it is a vast topic, but it is a very upcoming topic, and it's very important that people have awareness about it. That you do not try to delay your, in case you have any of these alarm symptoms, do not delay your visit to the doctor, and do not self-treat, self-medicate. Do not take any decisions yourself. Consult a doctor who can guide you. Better to look after all these symptoms.
Correct. In fact, very recently, I have overcome a patient wherein he doesn't have any symptom and already reached the 4th level of colon cancer. He just had a water retention in his stomach, and there was little of water which was accumulated in the stomach, but somehow he was negligent about it, or there was no pain. And already it was detected as it was a 4th level of colon cancer. Why it could be such?
Yes, so sometimes, so there is a part of neglect from the patient side while telling the symptoms is what I can understand also. So that is why you have to know the alarm symptoms also, whether there were any alarm symptoms. You have to go back and see the history, whether there were any alarm symptoms at that time. की काही bleeding होतं motions मध्ये or anything of that sort, a sudden weight loss होता, inability to pass gas, inability to pass motions at all. So anything of this sort which gave a clue that it might have been colon cancer, it's something that needs to be seen. But many a times you're right की बऱ्याच वेळेस असं होतं की when it has already spread, what we call as metastasis. Metastasize झाल्यावर बऱ्याच वेळेस कॅन्सर detect hoto, and by the time it is probably too late to go for surgery. Probably chemo and radiotherapy may not help that much in those cases as well. So only palliative care helps at that time, but that is why it is important to keep a watch, go for regular visits, go for a regular follow-up, and immediately report any symptoms that you feel are out of the ordinary to the doctor.
Correct. Doctor, so it's very important for all of us to know, if we go to experts like you, if we visit you on time, if we have any kind of a symptom, all these problems, are they reversible, or are they can be treated completely? Is there a kind of a way wherein we can avoid worsening them? Is it possible that the symptoms can completely vanish?
Yeah. So let's take an example of colon cancer. Colon cancer, treatment depends. The primary treatment of early colon cancer is surgical, where you cut parts of the intestine and join. It's a bit more technical as what I say. So it's mainly surgical. So that can be done when it has been picked up very early in the disease. where it is not spread outside the colon, where it is restricted to a single point of the colon, and it is not spread anywhere even near the colon into the lymph nodes or anything of that sort. In that case, surgery works well. Sometimes we decrease the size of the tumor with chemotherapy, or in the case of rectal cancers, also give radiotherapy. But so it all depends on the stage of the cancer that you present. That is why early detection and early follow-up is so important, especially in these time-sensitive, what we call as time-sensitive illnesses, like cancer.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor. It was very valuable. Doctor, we have a lot of questions flowing. I think we should get back to our viewers also who have spent good amount of time here. I have list of questions. Tushar Deshmukh sir is there, and he's saying it's very informational session. Chinmay Porkar, he has a question wherein are probiotics absolutely without side effects like Econom? In the summer season, if one has loose motion, these days it is scary. What should one do?
So probiotics are not the treatment of loose motions. That is the first thing that I would like to say. It is not that you have loose motions and you take probiotics and that is fine. So we give probiotics in very selected conditions, like if there are some like Clostridium difficile infection is there, or if patient has surgeries of ulcerative colitis have been done. In that, probiotics are given. Probiotics are basically enzyme organisms like fungi or bacteria which are good and which help in improving the intestinal the enzymes and intestinal factors to actually help in digestion. That is not present when you're having an illness. When you're having an illness, it is the pathogenic bacteria जे कीटाणू आपण म्हणतो ते जास्ती dominant असतात rather than the commensal. So probiotics help in changing that atmosphere a bit, but I wouldn't say that they are completely effective in isolation. You need to have specific treatment for the loose motions as opposed to a probiotic. Probiotic can be an additive to it. And as far as the side effects are concerned, some side effects of probiotics are also known that, especially in immunocompromised patients, if you give probiotics, sometimes because they have these organisms, they themselves can become pathogenic, like fungal infections, etc., can happen. So they are not completely prepped, completely without side effects, nahi as probiotics. But again, to Chinmay, I would like to say that you do not self-medicate with even probiotics, because that is something that must have been prescribed by your practitioner and need to follow up with that.
Correct. Very well said, Doctor. Doctor, we have Mr. Salunkhe. Sometimes मला ब्रेकफास्ट करायला नाही जमलं आणि जर काही खायला उशीर झाला तर माझं डोकं खूप दुखतं. खूप दुखून आणि नंतर जर मी जेवलो तर मग ते डायजेस्ट नीट होत नाही. It's not regularly, but जेवायचा टाइम चेंज झाला तर डेफिनेटली त्यांना हा त्रास होतो. So please tell me what I have to do.
Yeah, so this is actually what we discussed in the beginning. Absolutely, that small and frequent, म्हणजे थोडा quantity मध्ये थोडा प्रमाणात जेवण, at least 5 meals a day is advisable rather than keeping long gaps in your meals, because that is a precipitating factor. हे जे gaps असतात meal मध्ये हे acidity precipitate करतात. So first thing what you have to do is change your meal timings, आणि meal timings जरा regular ठेवायचे, quantity regular ठेवायची, quantity optimum ठेवायची. You do not stuff yourself with meal. So that is the main message that I would like to give in this. That is the message that I would like to give Mr. Salunkhe, that first thing he needs to do is change his meal timings and regularize them a bit more, and maybe he will start to realize the effects immediately.
Correct. Doctor, next we have Asaveri Kuzar. After many years of having a history of jaundice, would liver enzymes always be compromised? Have seen some reports where liver enzymes are elevated, particularly SGPT, without any other symptoms of liver disease. She's a nutritionist as well, so she has a valid query.
Right. So this is a vast topic again, but I'll just condense it in as briefly as possible. So liver enzymes, jaundice, these two things are present in innumerable conditions in the liver. It is not just one condition which causes liver enzyme elevation. It's not just one condition which causes jaundice in liver. It can be because of viral hepatitis, where the enzymes go high up to even more than 3000 level and then come down again. Then it can be because of stone diseases, it can be because of alcoholic hepatitis, it can be because of multiple reasons. So the first thing that I would want to know in this case is whether what was the reason of the jaundice, whether the reason of the jaundice has been completely eradicated, evaluated completely, has it been investigated properly, is what I want to know first. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे जे एन्झाईम एलिव्हेशन्स आहेत, some fluctuations between the enzymes, one time more than one time the upper limit of up to 2 times the upper limit is known, but still you need a close follow up of that also. And at least in conditions such as viral hepatitis, once the enzymes are down, they usually come back to normal after a few weeks of recovery, and they do not go up. So like viral hepatitis, like hepatitis A or hepatitis E, which is foodborne or through consumption of unpotable water, something of that sort. त्याच्यात ते नॉर्मल येतात आणि वाढत नाहीत लगेच unless तुम्हाला परत इन्फेक्शन झालं. So main thing is I would want to know in detail. Maybe you can contact me later. But what was the reason of elevated enzyme? And what was the reason of jaundice most importantly?
Correct. Doctor, next question is, at what stage you can determine if you have IBS or no? म्हणजे तुम्हाला इरिटेबल बॉवेल सिंड्रोम आहे की नाही ते कुठच्या स्टेजला तुम्हाला कळेल आणि मग तुम्हाला ते विजिट करतील?
Yeah. So in our usual practice, what we see when the patient has come to us with a diagnosis of IBS, many a times he has not undergone complete evaluation. पूर्णपणे टेस्ट झालेले नाही, endoscopy झालेली नाही, colonoscopy झालेली नाही to evaluate what is there, and they have been labeled as IBS. That I think is wrong. They have to be given a complete diet modification, elimination of a few diets which are known to cause those symptoms of IBS, such as the FODMAP diet. I don't know if we can go in detail about that, but FODMAP diets, etc. But before that, I would always want to evaluate completely what is the cause of the symptoms, whether it is any ulcer, whether there is bowel.
डॉक्टर, थोडंसं नेटवर्क मध्ये मला वाटतं मला डिस्टर्बन्स वाटतोय, थोडं फ्लक्च्युएशन आहे. अशा वेळी तुम्ही डेफिनेटली डॉक्टरांना कॉन्टॅक्ट करू शकता. डॉक्टरांनी त्यांचा नंबरही नमूद केला आहे. नंबर आहे 8369666134. मी रिपीट करते, 8369666134. डॉक्टर, तुमचं प्लीज एकदा कनेक्शन तुम्ही चेक करावं. Doctor will be there with us very soon. I think थोडासा कनेक्शन मध्ये इश्यू झाला आहे. आपण डॉक्टरांना परत ऍड करायचा प्रयत्न करूया. डेफिनेटली डॉक्टरांनी आपल्याला आज जी इन्फॉर्मेशन दिली आहे ती खूप इन्फॉर्मेटिव्ह आहे. डॉक्टरांचं म्हणणं आहे की प्रत्येक व्यक्ती ही वेगळी असते, त्यामुळेच तुम्ही कुठचंही मेडिसिन स्वतःहून घ्यायचं नाहीये. कुठचाही तुमचा प्रॉब्लेम असू देत, पण तरी सुद्धा एक्सपर्टना कनेक्ट करणं, त्यांच्याशी संपर्क करून त्यांचं प्रॉपर त्यांचे गाईडलाईन्स घेणं हे खूप महत्त्वाचं ठरणार आहे. डॉक्टर, मी तुम्हाला परत ॲड करण्याचा प्रयत्न करते आहे.
Hi. Sorry, there was some network problem.
आय कम्प्लिटली अग्री.
Yeah.
दॅट्स ओके. डॉक्टर, तुम्ही आम्हाला सांगत होतात की IBS हा एक
Yeah.
स्पेसिफिक
Yeah.
आहे
So
आणि
let me just continue from there. So many a times,
Yes.
so that is why complete evaluation by दुर्बिणीची तपासणी जी आपण म्हणतो, endoscopy, colonoscopy, and a trial of medications, then trial with FODMAP diets should be given. Usually, the time duration of 3 months of persistence of symptoms is what we
Correct.
on an average, but it differs from person to person still. But on an average, I would say symptoms which
Correct.
persist continuously for 3 months in the last 6 months, where they have these symptoms, epigastric pain, or
Correct.
bloating, or diarrhea, constipation, depending on which is predominant. तर हे सगळं आपण बघतो
Correct.
before we label it them as IBS. And we do a few tests also for IBS nowadays, like there are some stool tests, there are some breath tests also to rule out other causes. So stool tests are like calprotectin, where we rule out whether the patient has IBD or IBS. So there are a lot of
Correct.
such things that we know, which we can differentiate between IBS or some other illness that the patient has.
करेक्ट. डॉक्टर, आपला लास्ट प्रश्न आहे, एंटरोजर्मिना और स्पॉरलॅक विच इज गिवन टू किड्स, कॅन दे बी गिवन एज अ प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह मेजर इफ यू आर ट्रॅव्हलिंग?
So enterogermina or sporolac, again we discussed about this. It is a probiotic. It is not a preventive measure while traveling. It cannot work as a preventive measure. It is always an additive measure that you give for whatever treatment is there. Probiotics I would not recommend to be given as a preventive measure for kids. And I think we need probably a bit more information whether the patient has long-standing diarrhea, long-standing abdominal pain, or anything of these things. Why the patient has prescribed this probiotic in the first place? These are not get. So just as a preventive measure, I would not recommend it here.
Definitely. So you cannot take anything as a preventive measure unless and until you have already have a prescription. The doctor has seen you. Knows your
That
body.
is what I want to emphasize on, especially in this lockdown when reaching out to doctors is not that easy. But still, I would say that there are a lot of things which you should consider before giving anyone
करेक्ट. डॉक्टरांनी त्यांचा नंबर दिलेला आहे, सो डेफिनेटली तुम्ही स्पेशली त्यांना कॉन्टॅक्ट करा आणि यू विल बी एबल टू गाईड यू, गिव्ह यू एन अपॉइंटमेंट इफ एनी काइंड ऑफ अ टेलिमेडिसिन टू बी गिवन. इट इज कम्प्लिटली डिपेंड अपॉन द पेशंट अँड इट्स कंडिशन, अँड देन डॉक्टर कॅन गाईड यू. डॉक्टर, मला खूप इम्पॉर्टंट हे वाटतंय, आता सगळ्या व्ह्युअर्सचे प्रश्न बघून किंवा त्यांचे काही क्वेरीज आहेत, त्यांचे काही मिसकन्सेप्शन असू शकतात या फील्डबद्दल. या लॉकडाऊनच्या फेजमध्ये तुमचा एक मौल्यवान सल्ला या सगळ्यांना, एक जनरलाइज सल्ला काय असणार आहे? मेनली जी आता मुलं आहेत, कारण आता सगळेजण खूप ऍक्टिव्ह असतात. आता समर वेकेशन चालू असताना आयडियली दे वुड बी गोइंग टू द स्विमिंग, दे वुड बी गोइंग फॉर व्हेरियस ऍक्टिव्हिटीज, ऑर इव्हन एल्डरलीज. वी हॅव लाईक वयोवृद्ध आपल्या घरी आहेत की ते ऍटलिस्ट मॉर्निंग वॉक करत होते किंवा काही, आणि त्याचा डेफिनेटली आपल्या आणि जे यंगस्टर्स आहेत त्यांना स्ट्रेस वाढलेली आहे, कारण सगळंच करावं लागतं. यू डोंट नो व्हॉट विल हॅपन नेक्स्ट, लाईक अँझायटी तयार झाली आहे. तर सगळ्यांसाठी तुमचा एक मौल्यवान सल्ला, जनरलाइज गाईडलाईन काय असेल?
Yes. So for kids, I would say that it's important for the parents to know that to maintain that level of physical activity in the house. Sometimes you're in the house, you are in front of the screen, whether it's a mobile or television. But for kids, it is very essential that to maintain that level of physical activity, try to play some games which stimulate the mind of the patient, of the child, and don't make too many changes in the diet as compared to what the patient, as compared to what the child was following before. Junk food, again, I'm strictly against advising any kind of outside food in this kind of lockdown. Home food, home cooked food. Nowadays, in this lockdown, you find a lot of people promoting a lot of immunity boosters or anything of that sort. Again, I would advise people to not take anything over the counter or not load your child or your kids with all these kind of immunity boosters just to, have the thought that they'll be preventing that kid or the child from coronavirus or any other infection. but
Hmm.
a good healthy diet,
Hmm.
as you discussed before, good
Correct.
physical activity, good level of physical activity throughout the
Hmm.
day, less more of mentally stimulating games or interaction rather than just in the front of your TV and mobile screen is what I would recommend for the kids. For the elderly, yes, it is more important that their immunity is very much on the risk of being compromised if
Correct.
they venture out. Even I'm sure nobody
Yeah.
must be venturing out plus 60. It's very not advisable at all to go out anywhere, even to
Correct.
buy
Correct.
something from the shop. So it is better that they stay at home. You have a few multivitamins or zinc supplements that you take only under the guidance of the doctor, which help
Correct.
in boosting the immunity. Uh,
Hmm.
but that is what I would recommend for the elderly patients also. And
Hmm.
in case if they have any symptoms at all which
Hmm.
require medical attention, they should be
Hmm.
swift in contacting doctors and getting it treated as soon as possible. Their
Correct.
respective
Correct.
doctors.
करेक्ट सो डॉक्टर आपल्याकडे डेफिनेटली नक्की लक्ष देणार आहेत. यू नीड टू कॉन्टॅक्ट हिम. आय एम रिपीटिंग द नंबर अगेन 8369666134. ते अटॅच्ड आहेत हॉरिझॉन प्राईम हॉस्पिटल विच इज ॲट ठाणे अँड ग्लोबल हॉस्पिटल ॲट परेल. आणि डेफिनेटली ते तुम्हाला अपॉइंटमेंट देतील. सिस्टमॅटिक तुमचं सगळं चेकअप होईल आणि त्याच्यानंतरच तुम्हाला जो काही मौल्यवान सल्ला आहे तो पर्सनली दिला जाईल. Doctor, thank you so much you came here. It was really wonderful having you on my live session. Dr. Rajdeep More हे गॅस्ट्रोएंटरोलॉजिस्ट आहेत आणि आजचं सेशन खूप मिनिंगफुल आणि खूप इन्फॉर्मेटिव्ह झालंय. Your guidelines are really valuable to all our viewers. Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you so much to have.
Thank you, Prajakta. Thank you for inviting me and hosting this FB Live. I hope have been able to answer most of your questions. If there are any queries, I'm more than willing to answer them later.
Definitely. There are many questions. I'm sure there are a lot of viewers who can't see probably because of their work or because of their any kind of a reason who were not available right now, but definitely they will be getting a link. The record will be available so they can see it. If you have any queries, please contact doctor or you can write those queries below comment section. So definitely we'll try to reach you as well. Thank you so much, doctor. Thanks a lot. And I wish you a very good lockdown period. Stay safe, stay at home, and
Stay safe,
hats off to you. Yes.
Yeah, that's my message to you also. Stay safe, stay indoors, and
Thank you.
take care of
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
so
much.
much. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, we just spoke with Dr. Rajdeep More, who's a gastroenterologist, and he will be available on a only and only appointment basis because there are a lot of patients who are in the waiting list. And as he correctly said, all my friends, all my relatives, all my followers and viewers, I as a nutritionist would like to tell you, please do not pop in any medicine unless and until you have taken a right care, you have taken a right prescription from the respective doctor. We will be having lot many certain such sessions wherein I am planning to take one more session on a gastroenterology, and that will depend upon the conservative management and also how you can, if you do not have any symptoms and you want to prevent it, what can be done in this lockdown period. You need to eat well, you need to eat healthy, no big meal gaps, not eating too much food at a time, and do some specific asanas which can help you to prevent these disorders. So definitely no late nights, sleep on time, get up early and start with meditation. So thank you so much to all my friends. Thanks a lot for watching us, and the record will be available. The numbers are available with you. You have any dietary guidelines is required or you have any fitness related queries, health related queries, you can also contact me on 9870440098. You can email it to me on revivalnutrispirit@gmail.com. You can also subscribe our YouTube channel Revival Nutrispirit. So I will be seeing you very soon in my live series नाते जोडा निरोगी आयुष्याशी, प्रश्न तुमचे आणि मार्गदर्शन तज्ञांचे. Thank you so much for watching us and have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you so much.